Blast at MRT site caused by World War II bomb. Another child abuse case surfaces. Good afternoon, I'm Cynthia Arthur. You're watching News on 2. Police confirm of an explosion at the Mass Rapid Transit MRT station construction site in Bandar, Malaysia yesterday evening was from an old unexploded bomb from the Second World War. Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Dato' Amar Singh Ishar Singh confirmed the matter last night when contacted by Bernama. He said initial investigations revealed that an old bomb from the Second World War suddenly exploded when construction works were being carried out. In the 5 p.m. incident, 3 Bangladeshi workers were seriously injured and 2 of them lost their legs, while another suffered injuries on the hands and legs. They were sent to the Kuala Lumpur hospital for treatment. Contractor MMC Gamuda confirmed the incident, however noted that the cause of the explosion was not known as investigations were being carried out. Another case of child abuse has surfaced where Ipoh Police Chief ACP Sam Chang Kyong disclosed that a 3-year-old girl admitted to the Perak Community Specialist Hospital in Jalan Kampar, Ipoh last week is believed to have been abused by her mother and stepfather. The mother and her 3 children, including the victim, came to the hospital to be examined for suspected influenza A. However, the doctor who examined the victim suspected that she had been abused, reported it to the police at 11:21 a.m. last Friday.
Juga ibu telah pun mengaku dia pernah dera anak sendiri. Oleh kerana anak ini adalah hyperaktif, maknanya dia sangat nakal, sangat aktif dan tak dengar kata ibu bapa.
ACP Sam said no statement was recorded from the victim and her mother as they, along with the other 2 siblings, are undergoing treatment at Hospital Raja Permaisuri Bainun, Ipoh. However, the stepfather, who works in Pulau Pinang, gave a statement to the police yesterday. ACP Sam added that the case was being investigated under Section 31, Subsection 1, Subsection A of the Child Act 2001. A 4-year-old boy drowned after falling into a drain in front of his house in Taman Agropolitan Rantau Manis, Guamusang yesterday. The victim, Muhammad Hazim Rizki Muhammad Zain, was discovered by residents at around 7 p.m. The victim fell at 6:30 p.m. and was believed to have been caught near a creek about 300 meters downstream. The victim's grandfather, Ibrahim Mustafa, said that his grandson fell into the uncovered drain while playing with his friends during a heavy downpour. A friend of the victim said that he had rushed to search along the drain flow but failed to locate him. Later, with the help of local residents, the victim was found in the river when a glimpse of his ear was visible near the water surface. The victim was rushed to the Guamusang Hospital, where the doctor later confirmed of the victim's demise. Guamusang Deputy Police Chief, Deputy Superintendent Abdullah Daud, confirmed the incident. The Vietnamese woman accused of killing the half-brother of North Korea's leader was captured on camera, making an aggressive attack on him 2 days after a similar act on another person. Senior Investigating Officer ASP-1 Azrul Izam Che-1 Aziz said there was a stark difference in Doan Thi Huong's movements in 2 closed-circuit television recordings made in the airport's 3rd-level departure hall. ASP-1 Azrul said the first recording on February 11th showed Huang approach an unidentified member of the public from behind to wipe something on the person's face in a soft manner. She then appeared to apologize, placing her hands together and bowing her head before retreating slowly. However, a similar act carried out on Kim Jong-nam was quite rough and seemed more like an attack. ASP-1 Azrul added that the accused moved in a quick and rushed manner on Kim compared to before. Tuan Thi Huong, 28, is charged along with Siti Aisyah, an Indonesian woman, with killing Kim Jong-nam at the Kuala Lumpur airport, too, on February 13th by smearing his face with VX, a chemical poison banned by the United Nations.
We have our own interpretation.
Vehicle owners have been given a 10-day grace period to head to the nearest State Road Transport Department's JPJ office to remove their tinted car screens. Drivers who fail to comply with the ruling will be issued with a 300 ringgit compound or a fine of not more than 2,000 ringgit or imprisoned for not more than 6 months under Section 119 of the Road Transport Department 1987. For subsequent convictions, drivers can be imposed with a fine of up to 4,000 ringgit or imprisoned up to 12 months or both. JPJ has set the visible light transmission VLT rate for the front windscreen as 70%, the window on the driver's side 50%, and back screen and back passenger's window 30%. At present, the JPJ will only issue the PG1 notice, a prohibition notice for the use of vehicle, and order the owner or driver who violated the law to remove the tint at any of the state RTD offices. Stapak, Wang Samaju and Sentul have been categorized as hotspot areas in the federal capital due to frequent drug abuse activities that attracted drug addicts. National Anti-Drug Agency AADK Director General Datuk Dr. Abdul Halim Muhammad Hussein said based on records, the three areas are the Golden Triangle, was notoriously popular among drug addicts as many drug dealing transactions took place there. Speaking to the media in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, Dato Dr. Abdul Halim said that AADK and the authorities would continue to monitor all three areas periodically to control the situation. He added that AADK believes the treatment method was the best way to rehabilitate drug addicts. Earlier, AADK arrested 16 men aged between 19 and 58 on suspicion of drug abuse in the 2-day Ops Keramat in Keramat area. Dato Dr. Abdul Halim said further checks also found that 12 of the men arrested tested positive for drugs, including marijuana, as well as methamphetamine and opiates. Parents who fail to register their child within 60 days after birth will face a fine of 1,000 ringgit as opposed to the previous 50 ringgit fine. Deputy Home Minister Datuk Nur Jazlan Muhammad explained that the fine to be imposed with immediate effect is not a revenue collection scheme, but merely a way to encourage parents to register their children within the time stipulated. The decision regarding the fine was done after the amendment of the Births and Deaths Registration and Adoption Act 299 was approved and passed by the Dewan Rakyat last year. In August, the government enforced an extension period for late birth registration from 42 to 60 days to provide more time for single parents or for single mothers to complete their confinement period before registering their newborn. To date, no cases involving parents registering their child late. Meanwhile, the government gave a 30-day period to identification card applicants who have yet to claim their identification documents at National Registration Department JPN offices to do so, failing which the documents would be disposed. Based on JPN records, as many as 106,000 identity cards have not been claimed by the owners in the last 3 years. The early warning weather system by the Department of Meteorology will continue to be strengthened in the face of the upcoming monsoon and flood season at the end of this year. Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, MOSTI, Datuk Seri Madias Tangau, said that in terms of weather forecast, previously for 3 days has now been improved to a 7-day forecast.
Kemampuan kita dari segi ramalan sudah dipertingkatkan. Dahulunya coba ramalan dia esa untuk 3 hari. Ya. Sekarang ini 7 hari. Kita sudah pertingkatkan sebenarnya. Jadi cumanya cabaran kita sekarang ini perubahan climate change.
He said the system is also able to increase the resolution weather model to 1 kilometer as compared to previously 4 kilometers. Although the system has been upgraded, Malaysia still faces climate change issues. Hence, the people are advised to continue to exercise caution in the face of the ever-changing weather. Datuk Seri Madius was speaking to the media after attending the Cybersecurity Malaysia 2017 Exhibition, Conference and Awards in Kuala Lumpur. Coming up next, incentives to boost tourism in Budget 2018. Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad MAHB anticipates that Budget 2018 will provide incentives to promote the country's tourism sector. Managing Director Dato' Badli Syam Ghazali said the increase in the number of tourists will raise Malaysia's economic position, as it is one of the main sources of income to Malaysia at the moment. He said besides that, MAHB also hopes that the government will consider the proposal to upgrade the airports for the comfort of domestic and international flight passengers.
Mungkin ada 1-2 lapangan terbang atau airport yang mungkin akan naik taraf. Kita akan lihat apa kerajaan akan buat untuk menyambut kenaikan lagi penumpang ke dalam Malaysia melalui lapangan terbang.
He was speaking after the presentation of the Malaysian Investor Relations Association Annual Awards. Under Budget 2017, among the initiatives announced to encourage the tourism sector include expanding the use of visas to countries in the Balkans and South Asia. In addition, it was also announced that the allocation of funds amounting to 400 million ringgit will be used for clean air initiatives and ecotourism. The Malaysian equity market is projected to remain positive this year, with the FTSE Bursa Malaysia, FBM KLTI, trending upward towards the 1,800 points psychological barrier. According to Lim Swet Ling, CEO of UOB Asset Management Malaysia Berhad, this market sentiment is supported by the rise in corporate earnings of listed companies.
What we have seen for the last 3 months, especially for Asia, for the MSCI Asia, is that the analysts were all doing upward revision in earnings. It is good, and when the company delivers, it gives you more confidence into this company.
Speaking to the media in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, Lim said the rise in corporate earnings is attributed to the strength of the nation's economy amidst the global economic recovery. The domestic market is currently stable, driven by the Bank Negara Malaysia BNM's sound fiscal policies despite the numerous market challenges. Malayan Banking Berhad, Maybank, aims to issue about 15,000 credit cards in the first year after rolling out its latest international sports franchise co-branded credit card, the Maybank FC Barcelona Cards, to further cement the bank's leadership in the cards business. Maybank's head of Cards Group Community Financial Services, B. Ravitharan, said the new card is targeted to the 4,000 devoted FC Barcelona supporters who are also Maybank's emerging affluent customers.
So this card is free for life for both principal and supplementary, and there's a 2% cashback with a max of 50 ringgit for the first 10 months, and for 2 months, in the month of May and August, there's a 10% cashback up to 100 ringgit a month. And you'll also be able to get a chance to visit and experience watching a match at the Camp Nou, at one of the world's renowned football stadium.
The cards were jointly launched by Ravitharan and FC Barcelona legend Gaizka Mendieta Zabala, who is a former midfielder of the club. Maybank FC Barcelona cards, which will be launched in Singapore early next year, aims to attract 5,000 new cardholders for the first year. 6,273 cyber threat cases have been recorded from January up to September 2017. Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, MOSTI, Datuk Seri Madias Tangau, explained that the cases included denial of services, intrusions, malicious code, cyber intrusion, spam and scams. According to Datuk Seri Madias, the cases were identified through complaints received by the Cyber 999 Help Center, which was conducted by the Malaysian Computer Emergency Response Team, MyCERT.
Ini satu dunia baru. This is a digital economy. Di mana-mana kita berada, as long as you are connected, kita pun menghadapi risiko. Yeah, so it's very serious indeed.
According to a report released by cybersecurity solutions firm Fortinet, there reportedly are about 500,000 attempted cyber threats per minute. He added that the threat not only has economic implications to industry players, but can also affect the company's brand and reputation. Datuk Seri Medius was speaking after officiating the Cybersecurity Malaysia 2017 conference, exhibition and awards in the nation's capital. Various initiatives have been implemented with 178.9 billion ringgit spent since 2009 to continue to provide quality health services to Malaysians. According to Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak, among them was the One Malaysia Clinic initiative, which was first introduced in 2010 and has grown to 361 branches nationwide so far. In a posting on his blog, najibrazak.com, Datuk Seri Najib said, the One Malaysia clinics are placed at strategic locations throughout the country, open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. It offers minor treatments at a charge of only RM1 and no charges for the elderly and people with disabilities. Datuk Seri Najib added that the government had also announced many other facilities for Malaysians, such as building and upgrading 6 hospitals in Perak, Sarawak, Kelantan, Kedah and Sabah. He said cancer centres and heart centres were also available at major hospitals in every zone, providing treatment for more than 300,000 patients, besides allocating 50 million ringgit annually to ease the cost of hemodialysis treatment, benefiting a total of 1.5 million patients. That concludes this afternoon's News on 2. In our top story, blast at MRT site caused by World War II bomb. Join us again at 7 this evening. I'm CYNTHIA. Thank you for watching.